And again, welcome everybody. It's wonderful to get to do these special calls that we include everybody from the community, from BTO into. Donna, stop unmuting yourself. You're doing the opposite. You don't need to do anything. Yeah, you're good. I've already muted you, so you're great. Um, it's wonderful to have this opportunity to drop in with a larger community and to share also the amazing group that is in our membership, again, living in the extraordinary, where it's the place where I get to channel, share, bring in my embodied experiences for the benefit of my service, which is to lead by example, to demonstrate as best I can my own particular journey so that perhaps it can motivate you in what's awakening in you and your connection to your relationship to the divine, the potential that's unfolding within you, the belief systems that you're repatterning all in alignment of higher actualized versions of yourself that are ready to be born here on earth because we've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for us. Right? And what a beautiful opportunity to celebrate that in community together as well. So anywhere where you feel that may not be the case, I don't know how to get there, I feel stuck, I'm spinning, there's something in the way, when's it going to come? All of those things we get to bring to the altar in living the extraordinary, um, and share and bring to life and expand upon. Um, for some of y'all who may not be familiar with how I work necessarily, and y'all get a glimpse on it on Beyond the Ordinary as I speak, as I have speakers on, and I give little glimpses of what I see in the field. Um, but I am a very connected channel, and I tend to be an embodied channel. I don't go outside of myself a lot, even though sometimes you'll see me making reference to a stimulus that I'm receiving. Um, I started allowing that capacity within myself, more openly. Um, well, more and more so every year, but probably started opening up really to sharing that more transparently. But took my baby steps in it as I was doing the shows and highlighting other speakers and their capacities. But it's been about 10 years, and it gets stronger every year, every day as the days go by. Um, I don't advertise private sessions with clients very often because I do few and far between, and I really feel that to get this work out in a bigger way and to hold space for community because all of us are activating so much is more of my calling. Um, but that's not to say that I don't work with people one-on-one. As a matter of fact, I will be opening up 2 or 3 spots. I haven't decided yet for anyone who wants to go into a monthly retainer for me, but I'll send out an email about that. I'm not here to pitch that today on the show at all. Um, And again, I'll call it my psychic gifts, but really my connection to that of the divine, that vertical light that ignites awareness is becoming more and more pronounced in me. Um, so much so that it's hard to separate that between who I believe myself to be. It's like it's hard to separate John who does Beyond the Ordinary show and the John who just shows up in regular life. Um, it's all becoming beautifully enmeshed and entangled. Even again with the guides that come in, it doesn't feel like I'm going out. It all feels like it's really coming from within. And that requires a certain level of heart connection and surrender and playfulness. And I'm not taking it so seriously, but at the same time, a deep level of devotion to the truth. A level of devotion of putting my ego aside, even though I want a particular outcome in my life or for the people that I'm serving, but also just putting that aside, knowing where in quantum mechanics and in the quantum field, where we put our perception is the reality that we start creating from. So if I'm working with you and I'm bringing my ego because I'm hyper focused on a particular thing that my ego perceives as in your highest, then I'm affecting a field in a way that's not really serving you. And so it's about bringing this in from a place of balance where I'm receptive to not just translate, but be a vehicle for the healing that's happening in the moment. As I heal, I get to provide that healing through me as well. Because those questions that come in are part of what I'm becoming more aware of is I'm amplifying my field of connectivity with divinity, with 0 points, with creation. And so that, again, a little glimpse into just how I work in the field. Um, I do want to get into a lot of Q&A today. I love taking personal questions. If y'all want, it's for the light people. I promised I was going to pull cards. I pull tarot cards sometimes, and it's a lot of fun because it tends to be incredibly accurate. But I like taking personal questions also. So if y'all want to ask me a personal question, there's already some that came in prior to the broadcast. We'll dive into those as well. And with your permission, we'll dance in your energy field and see what wants to be illuminated in the process. Um, what was coming strongly to share with this group today, of course, of our light members, and again, thank you all for your generosity and for allowing me to open this up to a larger group um, today. And this came up during a conversation on one of my interviews last week. And to be honest with you, I can't remember who it was. I do an interview and I kind of forget who it was because I'm just moving on to the next one, being in the moment. But it came through really strongly about the definition of power and what that means. And I'm curious how y'all are interpreted that in the past or currently interpret it. Have y'all ever sat in a reading or someone walked up to you or it's you have a psychic reading you or you're so powerful. Oh my God, you're so powerful. You're so powerful. Look what you're doing. You're getting more powerful. You're getting your power back. Have y'all really ever understood what that meant? What does getting your power back? What does you're so powerful mean? Truly. And again, please share your insights and what you're aware of because it adds to what I'm sharing without question. Um, but we use a lot of terminology in these communities. Um, we use a lot of terminology in general, and we take for granted that it's supposed to mean something and kind of go, okay, but don't really drop into it sometimes. Like, what does that mean for me, and why does it mean that for me? And what's it wanting to share? Bozena, so many times being told I should be doing psychic readings. Bozena, well, maybe you should. If it excites you and you have capacity for it, it could be amazing. During a meditation the last probably a few weeks ago, it started coming in about something that's been amplifying in my field, and it just keeps getting more vertical in the amplification as I connect with the space that I've been in a um, deep swirl with over the last few months. And it's been this very curated, I'll call it cocoon, where things can happen outside the cocoon and swirl around me, but my main focus where I'm drawing my source and supply from, not from a partner, not from money coming in, not from my sense of purpose, but everything, my source and supply is that between my relationship and God, my relationship with divine. And it's just been spinning. And anything that has butted up against that field and I felt trying to pull or influence, not in any bad way, just because it was in the field. Anything that I was potentially allowing to influence that anywhere where I was trying to make something else my source or supply. It's like, oh no, no, let me keep it outside again in reverence to what it is, but knowing that it's not part of this container that feels like a not only a deep initiation, but a level of intimacy with that divine energy like I've never known it. And intimacy, not because it's giving something to me, even though it is, but an intimacy in my understanding of the connection, my understanding of what it offers is just in its being. So why do we love roses so much, so many of us, and we smell it and it's like the rose just bees. It doesn't have to be anything for us other than what it is. And so it's being in the powerful connection in that divine and letting it just like refine me, refine the field. And thoughts would want to come in every once in a while. Relation would want to come in and influence. Something would say, I need you for this, and you have to be this for me. And I'm like, and I can't. It's not in the way that you need. And there's a different way in which what you seek is being expressed. So, in the stillness and the patience of what's emanating in the refinement of the light that is me, there's a recalibration of my exterior world that is happening with those people that I'm deeply connected with, even more so intimately with, that my heart is expanding into, or even those that my heart had contracted into, coming into an understanding of something that's playing out that is beyond the ego and the protection, and I need to cover up and I need to shelter into having greater clarity of the interplay of all the dynamics and how they either provide a reflection for my relationship to the divine, again, as my source and supply, rather than whatever expectation I put on that thing so that it can validate my existence or how I'm loved or how I protect myself or how powerful I am or how strong I am or how weak I am, how abundant I am or how filled with scarcity I may be at a particular time. And it's all coming into this beautiful place of refining energy that I talk to enough people about that all of us, not all of us, that so many of us are in right now. I'm speaking to a lot of people that are saying that there's something new coming through and they can't find it yet, but they know something big is happening. Speaking to a lot of people, it's like I don't know why this is looping and this keeps going through and like, but I see that it's almost complete, and I get that there's something on the other side, but it's just it's I don't know, maybe I need to finish this before I do that. I'm with a lot of people that feel like they're isolated, like something huge is coming from me. I'm in a deeper place in my connection with my guides, with divinity, with my understanding of my empathic and psychic and channeling abilities. And it is very much a solo journey, but I can tell you I'm experiencing so many people having their version of that expansion. And I share this not to diminish what you're receiving, because what you're receiving is extremely special, and you've done the work to refine it, to get it to a place where you can express it from an even more masterful place. And so to honor that within you, and we don't have to compare with others or diminish because it's like it might be a collective thing, or to put another on a pedestal because they're having an experience that maybe we're not wired for. We're wired for a different experience. If someone has a tremendous capacity for clairaudience, but you see more than you hear, that's okay. If you have a capacity for deep empathy, and other people are amazing mediums that can bring in someone from another realm, but perhaps not with the empathy that you do. And so we're all balancing each other out as we're coming back into wholeness within ourselves. Anywhere in the world where you may notice separation, just pause for a minute and ask, where have I created that separation within myself first? Anywhere where I judge, that's wrong, they're doing that, they're manipulating that. See if it comes from a place of charge where there's like disgust or pointing the finger or yes, a comparison despair. It's so wonderful, Jane. Um, where it feels heavily triggered or charged. I invite you always when that happens to just take a deep breath and maybe take a deep breath. And when you take the deep breath, hold at the top for a few seconds. Take a long inhale, hold at the bottom for a few seconds, and repeat it a couple more times so that you can come back into your own field. Again, your own bubble with the divine, rather than being swayed into somebody else's wave that doesn't belong to you. Perhaps they're egoically trying to recruit you there. And egoically could also mean that we'll call it malevolent energies that want to pull on you so they can feed on their notion of themselves. But for clarity's sake, and to make it simple and to not make it so spectacularly powerful in a way that it's not, we're just going to call it ego. That's all it is. It's forgotten its light. It's forgotten how powerful it is. And we'll get into the powerful conversation in a second. It's forgotten how powerful it is, y'all. So whenever those thoughts or that comparison or that judgment or the trigger comes in, those long breaths just for a pause. Because what's being asked for us now also is that we embrace the maturity of the spirituality that we have accumulated up to now. And y'all have done a lot of work. So it's the kindergarten type of questions, or I don't know and I can't and we'll see. And I'm so confused. It's like, yes, and let me pause and go down a few levels deeper. And let me come up with my own awareness before I reach out for the next level of guidance that I'm hoping to receive. A lot of times we're not going to get the answers from the outside that we would normally seek when we're approaching it from the superficial level because our guides and the energies really want us to start taking ownership of what we've already accumulated. So if we keep asking the same question over and over and over again and not getting an answer that satisfies from other people, where can you drop into your own awareness first and then ask a more clarifying question once you've done a little bit more of the work, right? It's like me asking my mom to pour cereal and milk for me because I don't know how to pour the Kellogg's into the bowl. I know how to do it. We can do it. It's really simple, right? But if we keep asking, or we keep asking someone to do something over and over again, that it would take us 15 minutes to learn, and then we would never have to ask again or wait for anybody to do because we're capable. And then we'd be able to help someone else in case they didn't know. So again, going deeper into what you already know, what you have mastered. A lot of y'all have been in this community for a long time. If you're new to Beyond the Ordinary, you've been in other communities, you've been doing your work. There's almost no question you have a big awareness of it. At the very least, a remembrance of what something like this feels like. So y'all aren't necessarily newbies. Y'all have been doing profound, deep work for a long time. You're aware that the foundation of your being and your essence, the most stable part of your foundation is love. It's not trying to get something from somebody else. It's not trying to manipulate something for your benefit at the cost of someone else. It's those type of communities don't show up on this platform. It's rare. If someone shows up like that every once in a blue moon, they're gone the next session. There's like the doors open to everybody, but it's such a standard of a vibrational tone that's held that it can be either not appealing or there's not a capacity to hold in the vibrational field because we're not adding energy to the density. So again, remember who you are, slow down, seek the answer within yourself first, as far as you can take it. Journaling about it can be really good if that helps you. A good way, and this is an exercise that I give to my private clients also. If something is just not moving in the way that you hoped, and sometimes it's a timing thing. Right now, and the energies that we're in right now, there's a lot that's building and it's building. It's still building. It's like vibrationally, it's like it's filling up because it's ready to, the dam's ready to break, not quite just yet, but soon. And so we can feel the pressure of the building and we want it to happen now. And we can be confused. It's like, why? I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. And the universe is saying, not yet, not yet. It could be fantastic to do it now, but what if you just refined a little bit more? What if we just polish that part of you just a little bit more? If we go now, you'll be able to get this much. This is the consciousness that you'd be holding, but if we polish just a little bit more, it becomes 10 times wider. So that little push, that little weight, the little more patience, the value of the exchange is going to be exponentially in your favor. And so it requires just to slow down, breathe in, ask questions, to go deeper into the questions. Again, journaling is wonderful. And what you might want to do is take that journal and go sit in front of a mirror. If you have a long mirror, that's wonderful. And look at yourself in your left eye. Bring in your soul essence, your higher self into the conversation and bring in your little one, little Heather, little Lynette, little Cindy, little Carmine, little Lois, little Carlotta, and bring them into the conversation. And you can just start, what do you want me to know right now? And whatever answer comes first, just write it down. Don't judge it, don't interpret it, don't filter. This is you being your own best channel. I can't filter the channeling. Well, I try to filter the channeling sometimes, and my guides are really clear. It's like, nope, that's what we said. Um, I asked several times, and that's okay to ask clarifying questions from our guides as well. If you're asking your inner child, understand that if she or he starts using big words that are beyond the vocabulary of a 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old, that it's your mind and not the inner child. With your guides, don't be afraid to get poetic or biblical in your messages or cosmic and galactic. Open up to what you have access to, always with the intention that whatever is in your highest good and of the highest light shows up to support you. Always with that intention, always set the field to help you and start journaling that way. Start asking the questions in that. What you'll discover after a short amount of practice with this and going deeper into what you've embodied from spirit already that you may not even be aware of because you haven't practiced it yet. If you don't try to throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball because you're so used to throwing 70-mile-an-hours, you'll never know how fast you can throw it, right? If you don't know that you can cook beyond the range that you believe you can cook in and try to create a more elaborate meal and figure out how fantastic it can turn out, how will you know that you're an amazing chef? So give yourself an opportunity. to demonstrate to yourself and play with those energies and start alchemizing things that light up your heart and make you excited in your intimacy with the divine so that you can step into what else is available. If this is available, what else is here? I got into a profound communication with God. It was about 7 years ago. So I'll share the short version of the story. It was my birthday. I was in Bimini in the road to Atlantis in this resort, and I was guided to go outside and meditate with sunrise. And as the sun was coming up, I was having a full-blown conversation with God. There's nobody that can tell me anything different. I'm not adding to embellish to make the story greater than when it was. It was me and God, and it's Conversations of God, Neil Donald Walsh. I understand what he was writing about from a very personal level from that experience. And I was surrendering everything to God. It's like nothing in this world that I have accumulated for myself is mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm sobbing, crying on the dock, just like not crying. I cannot stop crying. There's so much energy running through me. And so I'm giving everything back up to the divine because it's all borrowed here. My possessions, my house, my money, my friendships, my daughters, my family, all borrowed. It's all lent to me so that I can experience love and the divine through these fractals of miracles that get brought into my life. And so I was giving it all back up to God. It's like, let me give it back. It all belongs to you. None of it's mine. Um, and again, it's not crying the whole time. And about halfway through that meditation, that was about an hour and a half in, um, I got to a point, but hold on a second, but there's more. But there's more. I'm ready to experience more. And I jumped to the other side of the pendulum. And the second I said, but wait, there's more. I'm ready for more. God met me there. I swear to God. God, it's like I've been waiting for you. Now we can really start playing. Now we can start creating. I've been waiting for you. So that's the invitation, y'all. Divinity's waiting for you. Divinity is waiting for you. Yes, say yes. Say yes. Don't say, where am I not enough yet? Where do I still need to heal? Where's my relationship broken? Where's the money not there? Where is it that my health isn't supporting me in accessing my relationship to the divine? Rather ask, where is it currently showing up? Where's that expression of that which I seek already here? If I want to experience more love, where are you honoring the love that you are receiving? Where is it coming from? I guarantee you, everybody on this call is receiving love from something or somebody, even if it's on today's call. If this is your only source, congratulations. You're doing better than most people because there's a lot of freaking love on here. I'm just saying. If it feels like you don't have enough money, the finances aren't there. But what finances do you have? What's paying for your electric bill and your next meal and gives you the capacity to have Wi-Fi and a computer to be able to join us today? If your health is challenging and you want healing in your health, where can we bring light first and feed those cells that are supporting you? Where can we give gratitude for the body and how it's really working with its intelligence to support you as you're navigating a part of you that has gone dormant or has needed to shut down or slow down for a moment? Well, I want to connect with my guides and my purpose. Where are you in your purpose? You want to connect with your guides for why? Why? I want to experience more love. Fantastic. You want to experience more love? Send them more love. You want to experience more information? Share some information with them. Realize the gods and the creator beings that you are. What you seek, you already are. I'm going to repeat that. What you seek, you are. Where can you recognize that within yourself so that you can amplify the magnetic brilliance that's going to demonstrate to you what it is that you're looking for, what your heart believes, what your egoic heart believes it's yearning for. And then once you recognize it, even glimpse it within yourself. Take those long inhales, hold the breath, long exhales, hold in the breath. And where can we surrender and trusting that the divine is aligning those things for us as outward expressions of the fractals of God that we are in form? And y'all are amplifying this more and more. It's we're, the tipping point for the collective consciousness happened a while back. And as that tipping point happened, as we lit up those energy fields within ourselves, we've been learning how to hold the field, how to take ownership of the field, how to create with that field, and then how to express it in a way that sometimes feels really uncomfortable because we're not used to expressing ourselves that way. What would someone think of me? They don't know me in that capacity. How can I be shy all of a sudden and then be so full of love openly another moment? And how you do it is just really simple. You just start. You take the first step. We're so worried about 10 steps down the road that we're not taking the first one. And you're never going to get to the 10th step without taking the first one. And you can't take your 10th step now because who you become during those first nine steps is going to completely shape who you be by the 10th. We don't want to shut down the potential of what you're accumulating for safety's sake. You're already safe. And if you don't believe that, just take a breath in, long exhale out, and just repeat, I'm safe. I am safe. I am safe to be who I am. I am safe to express my truth. I am safe to share my love. I am safe to be loved. And yes, Laura, you are worthy of that as well. And I'll get into your question about worthiness. And I'll open up to Q&A here in a second, y'all. So power. You are so powerful. You carry so much power. We want to get you to awaken into your power, become more powerful. How many courses, how many people have we heard talk about that? How many books about you learning how to become more powerful? For the sake of what? Why do you need to become more powerful so that you can manipulate something from somebody else? Do you become powerful in such a way so that you can exert your energy so that you can impose something so you can get something that you seek? Do you become so powerful that you become illuminated and so that big surge of energy can grasp whatever it wants to grasp and mold whatever it wants to mold? And that's why the term powerful can seem so foreign to those of y'all who are extremely connected and spiritual and empathic and compassionate. because something feels off in some of the definitions in which they're being portrayed, or the lack of definition even. And again, when I was have I as I've been sitting in these meditations and amplifying that luminosity between God and myself. And this is me refining, if you will, my crystalline energy, my diamond light, and polishing more of those facets, if you will, as I sit and surrender in the truth of allowing it to refine me. And by allowing, I mean I'm letting go of those places as best I can with a lot of compassion where I've held on shame, guilt, anger, regret, doubt within myself or within someone else. Wherever I've held something against my father or mother because they didn't show up in a particular way, really getting to a point, not as a color by number, let me heal this, but an authentic just being in presence and realizing how wonderfully they showed up for me as best as they could with all of their flaws and everything else. The amount of love that they put into me was profound. Even though part of me, for the longest time, I need to heal this and the alcoholism and the violence that happened. And oh my God, I couldn't have done that to my kids and all that. But when I really go back and reflect on who they were, the knowing that they did the best that they could, really, with what they had, the amount of love that they gifted to me that they didn't have to, they didn't have to give me anything. But the amount of love that they did was wow, how beautiful. With my exes and old partners, it's like once love is given, it can never be taken away. No matter what happened that would have caused a transition in different relationships with my ex-wife or an ex-fiance or whatever, just like no hardships, like really seeing the gift of love that was given as it was being given and knowing how that has become a part of me forever. That love hasn't died. It has shaped me and refined me into who I be now. The love from my children, the love from you all here in community, the love from someone who gifted me a cup of coffee that didn't even know me. That presence, that attention, the love of someone who called me out on my bullshit when I wasn't willing to look at it myself. And seeing how it's all been part of this refinement process that's bringing me into my power. What do I mean by my power and my definition of it? Well, through that refinement, there's a magnetism that is swirling in that crystalline energy. Again, the refinement, letting go of the ego and being more in divinity and recognizing it and choosing it, letting it ignite my heart, as scary as it may feel. Seeing the balanced awareness of what's happening in my environment and in the world as best I can, choosing with compassion to see the higher of someone else rather than the negativity of someone else, rather than joining them in the violence of their own ignorance, keeping the door open and holding a hand where perhaps they can see their own light in the way that I'm seeing it, that maybe they haven't seen it before. And holding a steady space in that and increasing my power, my authority, my capacity to hold the vibrational frequency of light. I am increasing in power in my ability and awareness of my connection to God. As my light quotient increases and I hold the voltage of that power in awareness, my capacity to see clearly into y'all's field because of that love, unfiltered, non-judgmental as best I can. I'm human. My capacity to hold steady, even though my bank account's gotten short over here, or that person said this about me, or or I've got this problem with my child, with my daughter, and I've got to help save her, and so whatever it may be, wherever I just come back to a place of, they would call it faith. They would call it faith. But what do we have faith in? We have faith in our power in that connection to divinity. So that power is a capacity to hold that light. You're becoming more powerful as you raise your awareness and consciousness. You become more powerful as you repattern limiting beliefs from I'm not worthy into I'm so grateful that I am worthy. Because we are all children and kings and queens that emanate from the kingdom of heaven. That kingdom of heaven lives inside of us, but we recognize it as separate because we're walking the path of remembering the power that that authorizes within us. And we adjust and attune to it in ways that no one's ever taught us before. We speak about it together and we amplify it within one another and we hold the field even more steady and more steady and more steady. And that's why new opportunities are arising. That's why we're becoming powerful creators. I bet a lot of y'all are having telepathic awarenesses where you know someone's going to call you or something's going to come in or like someone's thinking something, but you already knew that they're thinking it. You're probably having synchronicity showing up in different ways, like, wow, I just thought about that and it showed up. You think it's Amazon, the phone reading your mind, but it's not a lot of times. You may be seeing repeated numbers in ways that you didn't, maybe having dreams that are coming through, having an awareness that something big is shifting. You don't know what yet, but you can feel it coming. That's all a byproduct of you upping up your voltage, your capacity to hold that light. That's powerful. That's you becoming powerful. That is the power that you want to embrace. That power has no judgment. It doesn't take anything from anybody. As a matter of fact, it gives everything to everybody. We're going to repeat that. It doesn't take anything from anybody. It gives everything to everybody. Isn't that a power you'd want to embrace? Doesn't that take the confusion over why you're being called upon to be so powerful? Doesn't it make sense? Of course, you're a powerful being. Of course, you want to create more power within you. Of course, you want to see other people become more powerful. Before it's like, well, if I become more powerful, they can't be more powerful because they're going to put one over me. If they become powerful, then I have to be careful. I have to guard myself. If they have power over me or I'm giving my power away, what are they going to do with it? You couldn't give your power away if you tried. The ego believes it can. We may acquiesce our decisions to others, and they'll borrow it for a while as long as we let them. But then it's yours to reclaim whenever you're ready. It's always yours. God is always with you. And for someone else to benefit from your power, from your light, it doesn't mean that you have to give any of yours away. It just means that you're learning how you can distribute it in ways that you have never been taught before. You become aware that as you emanate that light, that power from you, you demonstrate to them what's powerful for them. It's like one candle lighting the next. You don't have to lose your light for their light to be ignited. And so the ego part of us that believes that sacrifice or diminishing ourselves or it's okay for me to not take care of myself. I can take care of myself later so they can be taken care of. That's all manipulation. We have to understand that that is us trying to heal somebody else for the sake of us not wanting to feel uncomfortable for whatever reason we don't want to feel uncomfortable in. And so getting back into the sovereignty of that light within us, again, our individuated connection to God, this container, this bubble that I've been experiencing very profoundly lately. It was always there, but it's become more and more obvious. Keep bringing your energy back into that and feeding and amplifying yourself, recharging what's available. If something feels off, just ask to be replenished, to be enlightened. Thank you for writing that, whoever wrote that in, Bonnie, to become enlightened within ourselves, to remember the love that lives inside of us that can never be taken away, and to allow it to churn in such a way that it lifts us back up into remembering who our source and supply, or what our source and supply really are. And understand in the world that we're living in, we're going through a lot of reconciliation. Karmically, individually, we're going through reconciliation. Some things are being refined within our own individuated systems, beliefs, heritage, past lives. Individually, we're all having these experiences. I can't imagine anyone in this world that exists that isn't or wouldn't have that experience, no matter how enlightened they are. If there are, I don't feel them. Um, and amazing, wonderful. If they are, thank goodness that someone's holding that field, right? Um, but as we're going through our own individuated refinements, understand that the world around us, our structures, our institutions, the threads of all the different foundations that we have created for the world that we live in today are going through their own reconciliation as well. And just breathe that in and let's be grateful that, wow, things are being refined because we're ready for the next level of our experience on this earth. And the only thing that you really have to focus on is just what's coming through you now. That's it. If you're compelled to send a prayer or to send love in a particular direction where you see or feel that there's imbalance, um, whether it's to bring your own awareness and consciousness into balance or to bring grace to the situation, that's wonderful if you consciously want to do that. I'm very aware that as you bring compassion and grace into your own life, into yourself, that that grace is emanated out into the world also. And so, regardless of whether you're conscious of it or not, dedicated to a ritual with it or not, it's happening. You can't help but to do that in your graciousness, in your compassion, in your love. So today's call, I was compelled to share it with the large community outside of the membership of Living in the Extraordinary. Um, I wanted to bring in the reflection of power for you and really have a call to arms, if you will, light arms, to create a permissiatory field for you to choose to be powerful, to bring balance, to bring awareness of what that power really is and what it's not. Again, didn't make sense to me for the longest time. Be more powerful. Okay, good. I can make more money, or I can attract the relationship that I want, or, I can make someone right so that I can be wrong in a forgiveness process or whatever. I can be more powerful. I can bring more light into a place where there's darkness and let me be more powerful than the darkness. That's a manipulation also. That's us trying to change something because we don't like the way that it is, egoically. But when you bring in your illuminated self, everything can't help but to adjust to that illumination. When the light walks into a dark room, the dark room ceases to be dark. Not because the light did anything except illuminate its essence. Welcome to how we are changing this world. Welcome to your purpose. Welcome to your calling. Welcome to why you chose to be here now. To become as powerful as you're ready to become as powerful as you choose to, and to experience the love that that power engenders. Because I'm telling you, when you connect to that source, and I know all of y'all at some point have glimpsed that power, that connection to God, to the divine, whether it's the first time you held your baby or fell in love or in some type of meditation or psychic expansion awareness or a plant medicine or whatever it is. But it's I can almost guarantee that everybody on this call has at least glimpsed the potency of that. You know what it feels like. More of that, please. Yes. It's amazing. And we don't have to chase those things anymore. By being the source of light within ourselves, we're actually bringing it to us. You don't need the ABC structure to get there. I can give you a set of instructions on how you discover God within yourself. I can lead you to the doorway so that you can have your own personal experience, but I can't define what that experience is for you. That's up to you. And anybody that tells you that they can define that for you, I would ask you to go a little bit deeper into what attracted you to that person or that modality or that thing and find out what's wanting to be informed there. And remember that you are your own source and supply. It's you and God, nothing else, not your children, not your partner, not a teacher, not a particular leader. It's you. You are your own source and supply. Your relationship to the divine is your source and your supply. You're one and the same, but you're separate also. You're a fractal of that beauty, but it all stems from there. So whenever we lose ourselves a little bit in it, let's pause. Deep breath. Let me find my source and supply. And now let me ask the questions. Oh, I lost myself in the process. Oh my God, I wanted to give that to someone else because I was so tired trying to find it by myself. Happens to all of us. I don't want to do that part of it. Let someone else do that for me. Or let someone else cook dinner tonight, spiritual dinner, because I don't feel like cleaning dishes later, right? Doing the heavy work energetically. Remember, always try to land back in the center as best you can. There's so much that's waking up for us. There's so much that we are attuning into. Why? Because we can. Because we've been wired for it. We've been acclimating it because we've been adjusting to the new electromagnetic frequencies. Because we've opened our hearts in ways that perhaps you're not even aware that you've opened your heart. And because it's time. And because it's time, y'all. All right, I want to get into some Q&A. Anybody have questions they want to share or comments? Raise your hand. Um,
Where's the hand? Where's the hand?
oh, Bonnie, you unmuted yourself. Did you have a
Oh,
question?
Yeah, I do, but I couldn't find the hand.
Well, there you go. You found it on mute button.
Anyways,
So
I you
awesome.
you found me. Anyways, I've so enjoyed listening to you. I mean, you just exude love,
Uh,
and you really do. You're just beaming, and I mean, I thought, wow, talk about enlightenment. You are truly enlightened. Anyways, I've listened to a couple of your sessions in the last few weeks, and I've really really enjoyed them. I've really needed this at this time in my life. Anyways, it's kind of this is just kind of a funny little thing. In where I live, there's a laundry room, and today I was doing my laundry, and I'm down there, and this book just sort of came to me. And as soon as I saw the book, I thought of you because I got to show you it, and because that's what it says Johnny Angel, and it's like you're the angel, Johnny
uh,
Angel with the wings. I thought, wow, that's just amazing. But anyways, that's just something weird. But I just wondered if you could tell me anything, anything you see about me or what's ahead for me, because yeah, that's all I can say. Wonder what you can see around.
hmm.
If that's too open of a question,
No, it's not too open of a question.
okay.
I'm just feeling into you because there's what wants to come through is it's profound but simple at the same time. So my pause is just in receiving you and what's being transmitted, but it's so innocent, love. It's so innocent, and I hope you receive this for how profound it actually is. Or where have you forgotten that you're an angel as well? Because you know this about yourself.
Well,
And
I
then
understand everything you say.
it's
I really
eh,
connect to it. Yes.
but also like really like look in the mirror next time and maybe every morning for the next week and just I invite you to even stand in front of the mirror and look into your left eye and just recognize the angelic within you. Like be present with her. Let that exercise of being an intimate space with you and recognizing the angelic start churning the remembrance into this place now. You've known that and you've glimpsed it in this life a couple of different times, but right now maybe it's not as alive as that awareness has been available before, and it's ask and just give yourself that presence so that you can turn on that energy again. It's just requiring a flip of the switch. Um,
Well, I've had a lot going on the last couple of years, and but I feel like I'm coming through it, and I think this time's kind of allowed me to sort of connect to spirit more, and I sort of, as much of it is a struggle, it's been a blessing in some sense because it's made me go maybe deeper and connect to
yeah.
spirit.
And rather than seeing what still needs to be contended with, is the word that wants to be used, start seeing what you've accumulated along the way, whether it's been wisdom, resilience,
Yes.
peacefulness, grace, opportunity, perhaps a letting go as allowed for a receiving in ways before, but that focus really wants to come in for you. Really see how far you've come rather than how much you've lost.
Well, I'm going through a transformation and I have had loss, and but I feel a real transformation in my body too because I'm having another surgery. So, I do feel like things are just really um I've been waiting and waiting, but I think the time has made me kind of uh, go deeper as
Mm.
far as, I've been wanting things to get, I'm waiting for surgery, but I maybe things are unfolding the way they should instead of like trying to rush anything because I don't know, I just feel when the time's right it's going to happen.
I agree. And for you again, they keep coming back to go into the mirror and recognize that angelic within yourself. Like that is going to illuminate that grace, those moments of grace on a daily basis are going to reveal to you
Okay.
in your heart perhaps why the timing, perhaps why these things. They're also going to bring you back into your power, your strength, and
Yes.
awareness of not having to change things because they're not at in the state that you would prefer, but to really realize the divinity that you're walking with. I see it so clearly in you. A part of you is just forgotten. A part of you is a little beat up
Yeah.
from the journey. And
Yeah.
again, just come back and breathe that part of you. 2 minutes every day in front of the mirror. Just stand there and just recognize not where are you, just there you are.
Well, I quite often say everything is in divine and perfect order, so it's just is what it is. So I catch myself saying that. And it's an angel card actually, and I just love that saying that
Mm.
everything is just in perfect divine and perfect order right now.
I would I would also get you to say, I am divine. I am in perfect order.
Yes. Yes.
I
Well,
am divine.
thank you so much. And it's
You're
did you
welcome, Bonnie.
did you find a place to stay yet?
No, not yet. It'll
Okay.
come.
Well,
I've got like 10
I'm
days.
thinking about you. All righty. Well, thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Bonnie. Blessings
Okay.
too.
Blessings to you.
All right. Who else wants to come on or have a question? I can't see hand raises.
Heather
So
has her hand raised.
Heather, welcome, Heather. Thank you, Neil. Hey, Chris, you want to manage the hand raises for me so I know what's happening? Hi, Heather. Welcome.
Hi, John. Thank you again. I love when you are able to shine your light for all of us to see because we always see it anyways, but you're doing the hosting. So you clearly
Uh,
are the hostess with the mostest today. So thank you.
Thank you.
Question I had for you is I know that this is a year number 9 as far as astrology, which I don't follow it too much, but I know a little. And so I know that's a completion year, and I also know that I am a life path number 9. So I've been feeling like, all right, just hang on, because like a lot of shit's happening right now, but like you're the light is there. You can see it, like you're getting something is gonna, and so I'm kind of just doing nothing in a way.
Yeah. Let shit happen.
Yeah, okay.
Really, let shit happen. It's like, okay, 9. And I've spoken about this on the light calls. And I'll be a little repetitive for those who haven't heard this, but we're also this year has been the year of the snake, and it's a shedding snake. And so there's layers again, that refinement is coming through. And someone shared with me the other day, I forget where it was. They also shared that when the snake sheds, it goes blind. I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of that. We can't see in different ways. So, we went into this year with a lot of possibilities and things are changing a lot. And oh my God, it's gonna be so exciting. And things are changing a lot. It's definitely been exciting, but we have an interpretation of what things changes look like, what excitement may be in our mind, in the hopes of where we want to be. But if you really look personally at what this last year's bought for you, try to understand the shedding and the snake and the blindness and where we weren't supposed to see in certain ways and how that shedding and molting happens naturally. It's not for you to pick the scabs and find out where you're supposed to shed. It's just part of the evolution of the season of what's ready to come to life. And so that's been, and again, 9 year ending, shedding, letting go, cutting cords, end of karmic cycles, um, the full revolution around before we get back into new creation in the one. This coming year, um, from a Chinese astrology standpoint, we're heading into the year of the fire horse. The horse can be wild, not integrated, not landed. And so we have to be aware where we have so much energy that we're just running wild outside and like tearing things up. I don't think that's for you necessarily, but I just want to mention some of the aspect of the horse that's possible. The horse can also be very sexually all over the place, a lot of sensuality and movement and energetic force kind of taking over. Because horses lead energetically. If the horse that is leading the herd is typically the one that carries the most energy, and the other ones are just kind of follow along with that wave or that cloud of energy that gets built up as a collective. What the invitation for the year of the fire horse is, where am I stepping into my leadership? What's that? It's sovereign leadership also. Again, the horse that is aware just by its beingness that it carries an energetic force and it guides and walks the field with that force. It just is. The horse is the horse, the horse, and it can't help but to be what it is. And it's embodied. The horses are the most grounded, energetically connected beings in this earth plane. They're so attuned to the earth energetically. They have antenna with their ears that pick up on every nuance. They're so empathic and sensitive. They can tell when someone can meet them. They can tell when someone's cowering to them. They can tell when someone's trying to overpower them, just in a feeling sense. They're extremely aware of their environments. And they use that to support each other, support themselves, but to support the herd simultaneously. But if they don't support themselves, they can't support the herd. And so we're stepping into that year of the horse, the fire horse that wants to take decisive action, that is embodied, that is aware of its own authority and power, energetic power. That's their connection to the divine. They can't help but to be that. For you, and we've shared this in other calls, but for you, it's like you already know. You already know. Again, and I've shared this earlier, it's what is it that you're seeking that you don't already have? And you may want another version of it. You want another demonstration or validation of the celebration of that becoming. But focus for you, Heather, and really bringing to life, flaming the embers of that which you seek that is already here. I promise you that what you seek is there. I want to well up for you, but it's like but there's something that wants to be celebrated and acknowledged and empowered and emboldened of where it's alive in you already. And breathe into it and be patient with it. Allow it to demonstrate its grace through you. Allow it to demonstrate its power through you. And it could mean that you're channeling. It could mean that you're being of service to other people. It could mean that you're painting or singing. It could also mean that you're just being very still. It doesn't have to be anything other than whatever expression you choose to be with it. It's for you and for nobody else. It's your intimate connection with that within you. It's not meant to be paraded right now. It's meant to be honored and cherished and hold in lots of reverence. That which you have become, which you seek outside of yourself. You already know the answer. Yeah, I hope that helps you.
Thank
Blessings
you.
to you. All right, y'all are raising your hands. Dragana, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Hey, we're going to get to a lot of Q&A, by the way. We can go long today. Hey, Dragana, can you unmute your microphone?
Hi, yeah, I wasn't sure if you're calling on me or you're just surprised to see me.
Both.
Well, the whole thing is I just joined the call like 10 minutes ago. I can rarely catch your calls at 3 p.m., like at normal time. So
Mm.
when I saw that it's later, it's like, yes. Anyway, I raised my hand because you were mentioning Fire Horse. I completely forgot next year is a Fire Horse, and I am the Fire Horse,
Wow.
actually, which means I'm gonna be 60 next year, but that's okay. Um, so yeah, that's very interesting. So what is it that I I mean excited that you mentioned it that I just raised my hand. So um what specific question? What do you see? What do you see for me? What do you have to tell me at this point?
I see your heart opening more. I
Mhm.
see your heart opening to love more. I see that that perhaps there's more openness within you to receive an expression coming towards you that maybe it just wasn't the season for you. We'll just call it that.
Mhm.
Um, we could have called it a hormonal imbalance in the past or something else, but it's beyond it's yes and there's a softening in you that's ready to experience love perhaps in a way that you haven't experienced in a long time or ever. I feel that for you. I feel it's soft. It's quite beautiful. That's what I feel for you. And so in that invitation, the reason that I share that also, um, and I'll say day just for the sake of giving it um,
Substance.
a box of substance. Thank you for which to express it. Um, oh, hold on a second. Let me tune in because they want to say a little something a little bit more deeply. When will you receive this gift from us? When will you finally say yes? We're not going anywhere. There's more that wants to come in for you. Hold on a second. There's a lot of people on the call, so I'm like, hold on a second. Saying soften, soften, soften if you choose, and be prepared to receive in the softening. It's time. You can relax, you can exhale, you can drop your shoulders, you can put those thoughts from your mind into your heart and exhale into the receiving. You're safe, you're boundless, you're connected. You'll never be alone. And in the awareness of that, you can be even more open to receive authentically because it's a purity of heart that can receive from a place knowing that you'll never be alone. For you have no expectation of what it should be, it just is. Soften your heart. We see you. We trust you. We love you. That's the message for you, Dragana. I hope that resonates for you and serves you well.
It's a nice and kind message.
Mm.
Thank
Yeah, yeah. It's coming strongly for you. It's wonderful to see you. Catherine, let's go to you. Welcome to the call. Thank you for being here.
Hi. Um, I have this laundry list of medical things, but there's something big that's kind of presented itself, and I find myself distracted by it and trying to take all these supplements and doing all these things to try and cure it. And I want to be well because I know I have a path that I need to get on, and I don't know. It's like what you see as far as this illness, and am I just kind of like chasing myself in circles with all these different.
Yeah, there's a lot of just information. Just a lot of information. It's like slow down information. Stop bombarding me information. Um, there's a couple of things I want to do with you, but the first thing that I'm hearing is like, what if you can just give the information a break for 3 days? Just reaching, trying to figure it out, trying to do this, trying to do that, just let it all go for 3 days. Let the field just relax. Just be. Just be in stillness instead of like this. It's like you're bombarded with information. It's like just stop for a minute. Just stop for a minute. And that would just give you a little bit of a break
Mm-hmm.
and 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 give you an opportunity to just receive love for a little bit instead of like trying to figure out so that you can finally get to love. So a pause in searching would be wonderful. Would you mind sharing what it is that your physical issues that you're dealing with? You don't have to.
It's a chronic lymphoma leukemia, and
Mm.
so like my lymphocytes, I'm getting like these little nodules everywhere, and I'm being critical of my oncologist because she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it," and it's like, no, I'd like to address it with whatever I can to minimize it, or at least.
It's I can give you a recommendation to an amazing holistic doctor. He's a forensic doc. He's like absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would highly recommend him, not because he's going to offer the alternative medicine, non-Western. It's like, no, I believe there's a miracle in everything, Western and Eastern, traditional,
Mm-hmm.
holistic, and we all get guided to the thing that is right for us. Email me and I'll give you his information. Email
Okay.
John at johnburgos.co
Okay.
and I will I'll send you his information. Um not to diagnose, but starving the cancer is a thing. So really watching your diet, cutting out sugars, cutting out those things, and going through a place where it, even if you did like a start with a 3 day water fast and see how you do with that, and letting your system reset, being quiet, could have tremendous implications in helping you heal. But I'll talk to Dr. Merritt as well. And then, is it your mother or your father? It's like, have you forgiven your father?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's like, I think so. I think I probably had more issues with my mother,
I
but
wasn't sure if it was like your mom, your mom, your dad. They kept coming in. I wasn't sure which one was lit up in the field a little bit more. So let's say it's your mother. Okay. Um, is your mom still around?
no, they're both gone. They've been gone for over 30 years. Well, more than that, yeah.
It's I had an amazing relation with my parents. Not too long ago. Mom passed away 4 years ago. Dad, I think 11 years now. I lose count. Um, and I was just feeling into him, and I was missing mom, and we had our challenges. I shared a little bit about it earlier on the call, but I got to a point where I was missing, and it's like, God, I wish I could call her. And then I was like, hold on a second. It's like, why do I want to bring you back here? First of all, when you were here, you're okay most of the time. Sometimes not so much, right? Sometimes not so much. But at the same time, I know how much mom and dad both suffered while they were here.
Yeah.
And the consciousness that they were in, it's like my love and compassion for them is like, I keep wanting to call you in because I miss you. I said, you know what? I set you free. It's like you're like liberated from all of this stuff on the other side, and let me liberate you from whatever I'm still holding in density with you. It's like, go be free, go dance, go do what it is that you need to do. I said, I'm so happy for you that you're finally free of this confusion. the not enoughness, the non-worthiness, the whatever it is, the alcoholism, the codependency. I'm so happy for you that you are disentangled from that in this human form. And I'm sharing this story with you because maybe you can hold your parents in meditation and be really happy for them
Hmm.
and set them free on the other side and on this side as well, where we're not putting chains on the ghost for our own sake and keeping them tied here so that we can resolve something within us or not feel so dang alone,
Hmm.
but really set them free. Um, Send me your email. I want to recommend you to Dr. Merritt. Again, he's absolutely incredible.
Okay.
Absolutely
And
incredible. Again, John at johnburgos.co instead
okay.
of .com.co. Um, and I think he may be of tremendous benefit and can really support your oncologist really well with information. So you'll have a team working for you that can be
Hmm.
really clear, and I think that'll help tremendously. And again, if you have the opportunity to just slow down and let the solutions go for just 3 days, a water fast could be wonderful. You might feel like $1 million afterwards. And if you're not familiar with a water fast, you're drinking water for 3 days, morning and night. You may be a little brain foggy or headachy after 2 days, um, but you'll be fine. Go the full 3 days, and you'll find that it gives your body a beautiful and your mind a beautiful reset.
Excellent.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, Catherine,
Thank you.
blessings to you.
You too.
Mm. Let's see. Lorraine, welcome to the call.
Hi, John. Thank you. I don't know if you can see me. I'm
I can,
sitting in
yeah.
a
I can see
parking
you
lot
great.
in my car. I'm like, I have to hear this call today.
Awesome.
Um, and I have to say thank you so much. I think when I found you by accident and when I started listening, I really was bedridden,
Mm,
just with well, health things. So, and I did a session with Karen Tobiasen, and I feel like I finally have healed physically enough that I'm getting some forward momentum.
beautiful.
And I have been focusing on spiritual things and I'm doing like all the medical, all the integrative health things. But I wonder if you have any messages. What my question is there a clear path forward for me, kind of for my furthering my healing, my physical and mental health?
Mm. Yeah, it came in really strongly. And again, it seems simple and we can get into other details. Um, but the first thing is to realize that everything that you do, everything, everything, Lorraine, is spiritual. Everything.
Mhm.
When you're brushing your teeth, it's spiritual. When you're taking a shower, it's spiritual. When you're eating, it's spiritual. When you're pissed off at somebody, it's spiritual. Understand just how profoundly spiritual your life and world and you are. It's like really feel the depth of this divine world that you're walking in and begin to I feel it in you. It's already like swirling this beautiful vortex. There's something in that awareness that's activating something within you. There's an awe and wonder
Mhm.
that is being activated in this awareness. Right? Everything that you're doing is spiritual right now. Everything. Absolutely everything.
That that does resonate with me. And I think one of the things because I overthink everything, is I feel like I'm living in spirit or I'm trying to recognize those moments and then reconnect and come from that place. And then sometimes I feel almost disconnected from the earth, like from my physical body, like I mean, not in a, like I don't see myself outside of myself, but I'm not, I lose that I'm a kind of a grounded feeling and that it's the reality of doing everything you need to do kind of in your life here. Like
When does it,
pay the bills, go to work, you know.
do
Um,
you find you're disassociated when you're doing those things? Or do you find
um,
that you're out of your body when you're doing what you would call spiritual things? Or both?
I'm out of my body when I feel that I'm connecting with spirit and I
Okay.
can kind of lose track of the day to day.
Okay. Amazing. So, hmm. Do you really lose track of the day to day, or is it you're not doing it in the time that you would prefer to do it in so that you would feel more caught up,
Yes, probably that.
right?
Um, yeah.
So this is a really good distinction also because y'all we're repatterning how we're doing our lives. The the conveyor belt type of way that we've done our lives, the assembly line is shifting. It's like it's that life that it in some ways stifled our creativity because we were stopping and starting for the sake of completing a particular task so it can move down the conveyor belt for things. If you're aware that you're keeping track of paying your bills and you're going to be okay, if you're aware that you're going to return that phone call eventually, it'll be okay. If you're aware that, okay, so you're not filing your taxes on January 15th like you do every year, it's going to be February 22nd, it's still okay. If you're allowing for the flow of that intelligence to really navigate in a more poetic way in your life, knowing that you're still going to be aware that there's certain things that you need to take care of, including paying your rent and going to work, that all those things you'll do in the new timing that you're becoming aware within yourself. Are you still going to have to get up at 6 a.m. to get in your car at a particular time if you're going off to work and all that? Yeah, but it's going to come from a place of more of a flow that's happening organically within you rather than the compartmentalized ways that we've learned to do things that we're disentangling from. And so it may seem that you may be functioning a little more etherically, but you're just connecting in a different way. If you really feel like you're out of body sometimes, a great practice, this is EDMR
Mhm.
technique, is just tapping your fingers one after the other. Take turns. And this can be difficult for some people. It takes a little bit of practice. And if you feel like you want to come back in your body and you don't know how, just I'm here now. I'm here now. And just breathe and tap back and forth. And you'll find yourself grounding really elegantly when you do something like that. Just bring yourself back into your center and trust the flow that's coming in you. You're not losing yourself. I do like that you're going out more. Part of what we're also experiencing in these energies, y'all, as they become bigger, is that it almost seems like it's too much. It's too consuming. It's like I'm way outside of myself. And how do I land back in? Just trust that you'll land back in. Go out in nature, release whatever energy isn't yours into the earth. Let Mama Gaia support you. You know how big she is? She's huge. She's huge. She wants to, and she's here to support us. And we actually support her when we start articulating our energy in a spin that is in alignment with her spin. So rather than taking from her in a contradictory spin because we're not enough, we need to manipulate, we need to control, we're fighting the tide with her. So we're actually diminishing from her when we do that. When we start getting into alignment with her and release what's out of alignment and let her facilitate and remind us of that spin also, we start amplifying her capacity of her own expansion. So we're not giving anything to the earth that doesn't benefit her. By giving it to her, it actually sets us free to become in vibrational accord of the expansion that's happening in the universe without us trying to force it in an opposite direction. Does that land for you, Lorraine? Does
Yes, it really does. And I think it, well, in trying to figure out, what are some blessings of having been so ill,
Hmm.
is I couldn't get out of bed. Um, so I had to slow down.
Yeah,
It,
so
it,
it's
it literally forced me to slow down. And
instead of
so,
getting into the blessings of why you were ill,
mm,
how about we get into blessings and how your body's been wanting to support you, and just thank you for wanting to support me. Thank you for bringing in healing in a way that I can't see the healing yet, but just thank you for supporting me. Thank you for letting me know that it's time to slow down. If that meant that I was tired and I need to slow down, thank you for telling me that it's time to slow down. Not for what the deeper meaning is, but just for what it is in the moment, right? And start just your gentle and aware gratitude from that place. A lot of times we love our friend the most that can hold us while we're sobbing, crying, rather than the one that gives us the solution for the crying.
mhm,
Because we just
yeah.
need to be held in that moment. We don't need someone to give us the answer because we're not prepared to even take action on the answer. And so just getting into a place where just, all right, thank you. Thank you. And also claiming, and I want to be healthy, or
Mhm.
claiming I really want to live. I'm ready to live. Are you ready to live, Lorraine?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Yes, no doubt.
Claim that out
Yeah.
loud. I am ready to live in a way that I've never lived before.
Mm.
Yes,
And start
I am
claiming
ready.
that. Start claiming that in your field, in your meditations on it. I am ready to live in a way that I've never lived before. I'm ready to really live.
And from that space, John, is that then like, and I do hear what you're saying, everything is spiritual, that this is the way I approach like the next steps forward in my physical and mental health and healing.
It is because what you're doing is you're inviting in a truth that is within you that is opening up a container of receptivity that you're ready for. Y'all, this can sound really simple, but it's very deep. This is no matter where anybody is, they can really start alchemizing with this understanding. But Lorraine, and for a lot of y'all on this call, most of y'all actually, um, there's a depth of receptivity and alignment and a vibrational coherence that you're ready to take that and it gets amplified in a way that you're ready to receive now. So it is your connection to spirit as you commingle with it. And it'll bring in greater clarity. It may slow things down for you for a little bit. You would think that it would speed things up, reveal things. Okay, I get to go do, 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 do. And it's like, mm-mm. As we're giving you more, actually, we're going to ask you to be even more still. It'll be like everything speeds up and slows down simultaneously. And that's part of this expansionary energy that we're in right now. Also, it's kind of like the wheels on the train, they start going so fast that they don't look like they're moving at all, but they are. It's just extraordinary speeds. And so we're adjusting and attuning to that as well. So if you're tired, don't judge yourself for being tired. If you need space, don't judge yourself for needing space. Take the space and just, I'm ready to really live. I'm ready to really live. And then thank you, body. Thank you, body, for informing me. It's okay. I'm listening. I'm listening. Yeah.
Awesome.
Blessings to you, Lorraine.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah.
much.
You're so welcome. Um, Lisa Curry, welcome to the call. Lisa, I'm going to ask you to mute your microphone, please.
There. Hi
There
there.
you are. Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling me. I have loved your show,
Hmm.
emotional, and so many of your speakers. What I'm needing is focus. And if there's one or couple that would be best for me to uh, have more focus with, that's what I would, that's what I need right now, would love. If
Oh,
you can tap in and see who that might be.
someone to help you focus. What kind of focus are you hoping for?
Hmm. Um,
Because I can help you focus on lots of different things.
yes. A leader, someone who can help me advance to what it is that is my calling. Yeah.
Do you know what your calling is? Are you trying to get a modality out? Are you practicing something? Are you trying to build a website? Or you know that there's something inside of you and you want to be more clear of what that may how
Mhm.
that may manifest in a new creation?
Yes, yes. Clarity. Yes.
Um, Give me a second. It's Are you afraid to step forward?
Uh, there's not a particular um I'm retired. There's not something particular that I want to build necessarily a business, for instance. Um, and I spread my love wherever I go. But I guess the greater, yeah, to where is it that I am strongest to spread it greater?
And are you afraid to express it? Is the question.
Wow. I guess so. I afraid. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. So I feel a bit stuck in a relationship, and there is fear there of moving to a greater place. Uh,
Hmm. There you go.
yeah.
There you go. So I'm going to tell it to you straight, out of love, because it's just beautiful awareness. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to drop in with you, and I think I could help you more uniquely than any one of my other speakers, to be honest with you. But I can also recommend other people as well. But but the direct answer is like you, you want to lead others, but where are you leading yourself?
Yeah.
This is part of the refinement that's coming through in the deeper layers that I was talking about earlier. We want the simple answer. We want someone to pour the cereal in the milk for us so that we can eat it, but we're quite capable.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to let anyone go or
Uh-huh.
not let go,
Hmm.
but you have to be willing to step into the light. I'll give you another word for light, the truth
Oh, totally.
of
Ab-
what is revealing to you now, and be aware that your truth doesn't have to align with somebody else's truth, that they may possibly illuminate a truth within you that you're not even aware exists within you. The
Sure.
only way to discover that truth within you And within that particular relationship is to have the truthful conversations that may be vulnerable, might feel powerful, might feel challenging, but might be the most loving thing that you can do for the other person and for yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
Lead, lead, Lisa. If you want to lead others, step up, lead for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
You'll refine your leadership. This is part of your leadership initiation. You will be called to lead more. That is definitely a calling within you. But right now, we'll call it you're in this quandary because that refinement, that reconciliation in your soul essence, the
Mhm.
foundational truth of your love is asking equanimity, balance,
Mhm.
so that the brilliance of you can shine without being tarnished from that particular prism. Not prison, prism.
Prism.
Maybe prison
Authen-
as well, right?
Authenticity is so important to me, and this is where I'm stuck. So it's true that I have to.
No, no, you're not stuck. You're not
Oh,
stuck. It was in time. Sometimes the contraction in the coal is what creates the diamond. And so part of the contraction is just contracting until it's time for the brilliance of the diamond to shine. Stop thinking of yourself as stuck and start initiating the shift of awareness that you want to bring into your life by recognizing that now it's time for the polishing of the diamond to take place. You've been in the process of also integrating, relating, getting to understand, and you are getting to that point where it's you can't help but to it's like that the sandpaper's coming in to just smooth out all the edges and it doesn't feel good, but it's you won't be able to hold it back.
right.
You won't be able to hold it back. Um, and the only assistance that you really need, perhaps courage to find the right words to articulate what you already know, but or maybe afraid to speak, but maybe haven't had the experience of speaking it in this way. There's an alignment that wants to come place where you're meeting that higher self aspect of you, the powerful part of you, again, that connection to divine in a way that perhaps you're afraid to express it. So what are you afraid of? I'm afraid of that much power. I'm afraid of being that powerful. If I express from that power, what happens to the world as I know it, the relationships as I know it, the people that love me and how I show up for them, and how will that be redefined if I am truly this? And so just breathe into your heart, breathe into your heart that it's all within you. When you don't know, just invite compassion and grace into your heart. I don't know. All right. Well, I know compassion and I know grace. So let me know them. Let me know each one. Bring in Kuan Yin, bring in Mother Mary,
Mhm.
bring in the Christ consciousness, and just be with them so that they can hold you as you remember compassion and grace within yourself. So then the elegance of your words can match the intentionality that you hold in your heart. Beautiful. Yeah, if you want to go deeper and then if you have questions, feel free to email me and I'm happy to drop in with you. And if there's a way I can serve, I will. Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you, Lisa. Y'all,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take more Q&A. It's if y'all want to become part of the Light membership, again, the community is amazing. We meet every Monday, typically around 90 minutes. We do a lot of Q&A. We channel a lot. I invite other people to channel. They want to as well. Um, the link for Living Extraordinary, it's in the chat box, is in the special offer button as well. It's $39 a month for again 4 live calls every month, and you can cancel anytime. It's which I hope that you don't, but it's wonderful. You have your own portal to access. I think we've got, I don't know, 6, 7 years worth of calls on there. You probably won't access all of them, but they're there if something calls you. And we go through amazing exercises. I share a lot of what I share in private sessions with the group. Of course, it doesn't go as deep as one-on-one, but it's pretty amazing work, to be honest with you. I learned from some of the best of the best. I channel a lot of the processes that come through that are extremely unique, but so grounded and empowering as well. And again, I'm a 3/6 generating manifestor in human design. So that basically means that I have to experience something. I have to fall down, go through the whole experience of tearing it down to building it back up. And once I do, then I can teach it. And so I like to show up in the light membership from the sixth part, the sixth one, the one that can lead, the one that has embodied it, the one that can share because he's gone through the experience of and can hold the compassion and empathy of what it takes to go through the journey. So I can hold you all the way through. So I want to invite you all into the the membership group in Light if it calls you. It'd be wonderful to have you there. Um, and with that, Meaty, we have you unmuted now. Welcome to the call.
Hi, thank you, John. Thank you. I've listened to everyone, and everything that you've shared is so like, oh, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's
Mm,
so I don't know if there's anything else. I resonate with everything you say. I always resonate with everything you say. You have other callers on, but your messages, even when you have other speakers, when you have other speakers on, what you have to say is always so precious and so important. So thank you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for holding all of us the way that you hold us.
mm. It's my honor. Thank you so much. So,
Mm.
did you have a particular question, or did you just want me to?
I just a little, whatever you get.
Well, it's not a little, it's a lot. Y'all, it's these, everything seems to be coming in very grounded today, even though we're tapping into those energies and extending them here together. Um, it's very grounded. Do you go by Mary?
I do go by Miri. It's my third name in this lifetime.
Oh, wow. What was your first name?
Hedy, Hedy,
And what was your second name?
Miriam.
Hetty Mary Miriam. Mary.
Yeah. Miri is the joy of Miriam. She's way too serious, and I'm still working on that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, the message I keep getting for you, and it's come in a few times, and I was asking your names and playing because I was curious if it was going to keep circulating. Because again, I sometimes I wonder, is it my mind or is it really the energy that's coming through? So I like pausing just a little bit. Um, there's a question for you. Do you know how much, hmm, do you know how loved you are?
It's hard to receive that. I've been
I
aware.
know, I understand it's hard to receive, but
Oh, I don't. I
do
don't.
you know how loved you are?
I don't. I I don't. I don't allow myself to acknowledge how loved I really am.
Ah, but you don't allow yourself to acknowledge it. But do you know how loved you are?
I don't know what the question means. My heady
I
self.
no, I get that. I understand that there's a filter in you that says, nope, I'm not receiving that. I'm not allowing it. And that's one version that's very accurate and true. I can see that. And I'm going to ask you one more time. But do you know how loved you are?
Gosh darn it, John. um, just now I need to pause. So I need to be.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, I want to say I think I do. I think I do.
Yeah. You were so loved. You were so loved. You were so, oh my God. It's like Mary, I feel into you. It's just pouring in. You were so loved, love. Hetty is loved. Miriam is loved. Mary is loved. All versions of you. Hetty is so loved. She's so precious.
Mm.
Miriam, we love Miriam.
Mm.
Love Miriam. Miriam's awesome. And we love Mary and her courage and her wanting to open to joy and play in ways that Hetty and Miriam perhaps wouldn't give permission or couldn't recognize. But you're so loved. You are so loved. I want you to repeat after me if you're open to it.
Yes,
Hmm. I trust you.
I trust you.
I support you.
I support you.
I love you.
I love you.
Keep repeating after me. Hetty,
Hetty,
I trust you.
I trust you.
Hetty, I support you.
Hetty, I support you.
Hetty, I love you.
Hetty, I love you.
Miriam, I trust you.
Miriam, I trust you.
Miriam, I support you.
Miriam, I support you.
Miriam, I love you so much.
Miriam, I love you so much.
Hmm. Mary, I love you.
Mary, I love you.
And I'm so grateful for you.
I am so grateful for you, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, John.
I want to invite you to have that dialogue every day for the rest of November in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You are so loved. You are so much love also. And we want to receive more of your love. And the way for us to receive it is be the container of that love for us, please. Please, 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 wherever you can, as much as you feel safe, it's safe to be loved. It's safe to be loved. And the more that you're able to just allow what feels in alignment for you from the heart space, the more that we'll be capable of receiving even more of your love, which is already tremendous, but we're ready for it. We're ready for more. We're ready for more of you.
I'm hearing you say you're ready for more of me.
Mm-hmm. That's right. All right. Beautiful blessings to you.
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
everyone.
Thank you.
May you receive everything.
Well, receiving you right now, that's everything. So thank you.
Thank you, John.
You're the representation of everything right now here for us. Thank you. Your love is everything. All right, love. Joyce, welcome to the call.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So nice to see you again, John. Thank you. I feel like I'm on like the edge of a whole new set of opportunities opening up, but I also feel like I know I have something that I'm dealing with that's holding me back. And I didn't know if you have
I do have something for you.
I appreciate that.
I very much so. I
Yeah.
want you to get into a vortexual field, 5 minutes a day at least. At least. And however, longer than that, amazing. Um, you can use music that may inspire you, that puts you in that state. Try not to use guided meditations from anybody else.
Oh, interesting.
Don't use my words or anybody else's. I want you to be in your own. This is between you and you.
Mm-hmm.
You is your own source and supply. And I want you to get into start creating a vortexual spin from
Um,
left to right,
okay.
where I want you to just sit in the meditation.
Hmm.
Just sit, cross your legs,
Hmm.
breathe up 5 seconds, hold 5 seconds, breathe out 5 seconds, hold 5 seconds at the bottom. And with each inhale, I want you to bring your energy closer into you. As you hold in the 5 seconds, feel that spin amplifying within you, getting stronger, more powerful. And as you exhale, allow your energetic field to go as wide as it wants to go. Let it loose. Wherever it wants to be, just let it loose, but it's all part of you. And then as you hold, feel the expansion of your field, like be a witness and start to embody the expansion happening within you. In, bring it back. Let it tighten up, let it get powerful again. Exhale it wide, as wide as it wants to go. Feel the depth of the power and the width in which it expands.
Hmm.
And get into a practice with recognizing your own power and your strength in the creation energy. As you're doing this, you're doing it with the intention that whatever is in your highest in the line for these expansions and these opportunities that are coming in, whatever is in alignment for you, is alignment with you. You're calling in teams that support the vision, not that collapse the vision. You're bringing in guidance from esoteric galactic worlds that are supporting you as well. There's something in that for you. You don't have to know who it is or what it is. You're just calling in the energy and the relational coherence that supports the creation that's building inside of you. And then in your contraction expansion, as you expand out, you're also aware that you're letting go of anything or anybody. And anything could be limiting thoughts, could be an environmental factor, it could be whatever, or anybody. I'm letting go of everything and anybody that isn't part of this new creation of this new version of who I be. No judgment. It's just vibrational alignment or it isn't vibrational alignment. There's no right or wrong. It's, if someone likes rock and roll or they prefer jazz, I don't care. We can just judge it in the same way. If you like peanut butter and I like chocolate, that's fine. It's different. Whatever is in alignment with my chocolate, which is my preference, needs to leave because I don't want peanut butter, right? Let's make it that easy. We don't have to create these archetypes of making things good, bad, evil. We need to, no, it's just not in alignment with me right now. They can go on their own beauty, whatever that looks like for them. But I get to own what's in beauty and in alignment for me right now. That's being inspired through my source and supply, which is me and God. And so you're amplifying and you're dancing with your own source and supply in this particular energy, in this particular exercise. And that's going to help you bring more clarity, magnetized because you're also spinning in this energy. Again, you're lining with the energy of Gaia in her expansion rather than creating an inverted vortex that's taking away from her. So as you amplify with that, as you become in the similar rotation as she, you getting greater clarity. What seems so fast and so chaotic, you harmonize with. It's not bigger than you anymore. And you'll find that the information comes to you more clearly. It's greater aligned. You'll find that you're more peaceful with the timing of things and things will start popping in the field and you'll know when to take action. You'll know. And I think that practice for you will help you tremendously. And again, this is going into a layer of you holding your own field instead of what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And sometimes we get into that again because we're human, but you can again bring it back into your balance by coming back into your own field and taking ownership, sovereignty, and being, daring to be with God in that energy. 5 minutes a day at least. If you want to do an hour a day, awesome. But 5 minutes a day of doing that, I think you might be really surprised um, at how much more empowered you feel in that. Hope that helps you. Did you have a follow-up question to that?
Not necessarily, except that my contracting has to do with others, um, which I think you've addressed.
Is there a particular circumstance that you want to share?
It's legal, so
Okay.
yeah. I think in this context, I probably would not want to taint anybody's opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you,
Yeah.
John. Yeah.
It's aware, again, as you're doing this, you're disentangling from outcomes and manipulation.
Hmm.
And so again, even legal things can be entangling. I'm going through something legal right now. It's a good thing. I'm negotiating a contract,
Hmm.
but I can't control what someone else is doing and how they're trying to weave. What I can do is I can weave in accordance with what's in alignment for this particular negotiation for me. So I can bring light into that.
Hmm.
So what happens in that, I'm not afraid of the outcome because I know it's in alignment, right?
Yeah.
Um, and if you're not afraid of the outcome, then whatever's trying to manipulate doesn't have your best interest at heart, loses its power over you. It's dominion over you.
Yeah.
And it
I would
loses its dominion over you, then it doesn't quite know how to fight with you. And then eventually it starts revealing what it is and who it is. And the second something reveals who and what it is, then we know how to navigate it with so much more clarity,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
hope, I hope that helps, love.
Does.
Okay, wonderful.
I think it will continue to. Thank you, John.
Y'all, we've been in this 2 hours already. Oh my God. I can do this for like hours. I can do this for hours. Y'all, I want to invite y'all into the light group. I keep going on and there's so many questions and hands that are up and I love you guys. Thank you. Um, but I think we should wrap it up for today. Um, we'll have another light call like this probably in the next couple of weeks. Because I'm not running the show. I think we stopped running BTO mid-December and don't start again until towards the end or towards the middle of January. We will have a predictions week, the first week of January. So I'll have some amazing psychics and we'll get into some energy sharing there. But we'll have another call like this for the whole BTO community, for y'all to get a little bit more of a taste and to dive deeper in. And of course, join Living in Extraordinary. Go with us deeper on a continuous basis. And yeah, I hope to see you all there. Again, it's $39 for the light calls that we meet live 4 times a month for 90 minutes at a time. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing compared to the time that we get to be together. Um, and it really just helps us support the BTO platform also when we dive in this way, because the more that I get to refine and share in this way, the more that translates onto BTO and it financially supports BTO in other ways as well. So again, it's just win-win across the board. Um, so Y'all, thank you so much for your time, your beautiful questions, your hearts. It was a very grounded call today in different ways. Um, it just feels it's so appropriate. Um, know that I appreciate you guys, love you all, and I look forward to the next time that we get to see each other. And thank you all from the light community for being here.
Thank you, John. I love
Space.
you.
I love you too. Thank you all.
Love and blessings.
Love
There you
and
go.
blessings, Donna.
Thank you,
Donna,
John.
Now we can go.
you'll get that from every call from Light. You'll get love and blessings from all of us and from Donna for sure.
Love you.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night, all.
Hey, love you.
Bye, everyone.